There's none of these shenanigans. And here we have our current in-game leaders for eliminations: Hottie, Peak, T-Crom, Swipe, and Oxy Just at 4-3 split down there.
As it pops up right there. Thank you very much. So you see there, as we have 13 players left, nobody wants to be the last one eliminated, but great shots coming out. Will he be able to convert on the one underneath? Does get him down, but that means it's only one of the two. Swipe looking to find the other one. Day is unfortunately already down, so not quite pushing into the top 12 yet, but 1 point for that elimination and all of the resources and utility that comes with it. But one other player being eliminated means we are now into that top 12, so everyone's gaining 3 points as Blackstar is looking to catch people on the early edge of the circle. So we talk about how these edge of circle rotations can be a power rotation if you're ready to fight and you're able to cover your back like they don't right there. A great 110 shot coming out. Will they be able to force their way out?
The pressure. Blackstar, he's going to find himself in a really tough spot there, but they're able to get the elimination and keep themselves in this one.
Trying to pressure in against them. They do have a treasure map there. I highly doubt the circle's rotating back over it, or you had time, so that's effectively a wasted slot.
He lasered him!
But a great shot from there, lining it up, waiting for him to peek from the edit.
And they get themselves a rip to go as well. That's huge.
Yeah. Guaranteeing themselves a top 7 placement already.
He gets in the box! Oh, Badger got in the box! Oh, that is unfortunate. He thought that he boxed him out of it so that he was going to be able to try and edit out, maybe peek and then go for the shot, but Badger was able to just go right in there at the perfect moment. Oh, that's rough.
However, they have more access to elims as they're fighting down the low ground. Badger picking up Chicago Hawk there, and I don't know why he dropped down. There was no reason for him to drop down. Now it is just straight solos match.
Unless there was something that prompted him to do that, like perhaps. Oh, but Badger's gonna get eaten up by a chunk of that, and it's gonna be Hottie who goes in and hits the shotty to the body. You like that? Made it rhyme. Well done there from Hottie, and this is certainly an interesting series of events here.
But no, so Swipe's in a huge power position here because he's able to just rain shots down onto them and then drop down on the high ground. So he's able to now control where the storm is. He put down really good damage, but he gave up ultimate high. He had to have been, he's not out of mass because we see him building. So it's a very weird decision coming out on his part as we now have Blackstar on the ultimate high ground, Swipe and Hottie on the low ground. Who will be able to clean this up? Blackstar, while in the power position, is slightly lower on health.
Done.
Swipe, great shot coming out from him. Swipe should be able to pick this one up as he forces the player down. Blackstar's going to need a great one shot coming out from him.
Swipe has the life lead, and Blackstar's going to go for it. He charges right on in, but Blackstar's going to be low on the HP, and the Storm's going to take away, and that is going to be Swipe with the victory royale. And that was a ballsy play there from Blackstar. I respect it because it wasn't really much that he had going for him there, but Swipe.
Now, looking at our current game elim leaders, we have Toffcorp sitting at 3, Phantom Magic 42 at 2, Pamfloti at 1, RTV Kunin Fire at 1, and then Gunky Chungus sitting at 1. You might want to clean that Chungus out then, man. You don't want Gunk in there.
No,
something you want to take care of. Trust me, I know from experience. As these players
Wait
now...
a minute. What?
I mean, as these players now into the top 7 situations, so have already gotten themselves at least those 5 placement points, but a stake bomb is actually going to eliminate 2 duos at once, so 2 for the price of 1 with that stake and a bunch of loot converting on that. That's huge for Tech Bonbon.
I just want to
be some of their first chances to play in something of this caliber, of this level, as we see the rotation coming out from Hankins, utilizing the baller to just get to the far side of that circle. But the grenade launcher we talked about, just being able to dump in grenades towards players rotating. But the RPG is slightly more effective at that, exposing that black link skin player, really be able to convert. Yes, Pamfloti goes down. 5 players, 5 duos remaining, 9 players left in the match. 1 is currently knocked down.
Learned that from experience. He's going to be down low, and this is not looking good. He was going to try and go for the snipe there, but it's going to be Toffcorp trying to run away from this one. Gunky Chungus is out of this, but he's going to get beamed. He's trying to shield himself. He's trying to protect himself, wall things off here. Try his absolute best. He has 22 builds remaining, but at this point in time, he's basically dead to rights here, Sundown. This is looking like it's going to be all wrapped up, and that will do it as Tech Bonbon picks up the victory royale.
Very well done from him there. 7 eliminations and the victory out. 17 points coming out. Good attempt from Toffcorp trying to find that clutch with 5-2-4 with 4 elims, Ordinary 11 on 3 elims, Piglet on 3, Warrior on 2, and Omni Honkadonk on 2.
What a great name. Too good. Oh, that player just had no idea. Big Mac, but his teammate actually goes in, trying to defend him. And Lunam, wisely enough, just disengages. He's got a couple players that are going to be surrounding him, though.
Not able to convert on that.
They're able to get a couple eliminations of their own. 5 eliminations, though, for the current players that we're taking a look at on screen here. They got 2 rockets. They're not playing any games here, man. They're coming in with all the artillery, Sundown. I love to see it.
They want to just try and lay down as much explosive fire as they can, trying to break builds, expose the other, so one RPG can get the damage through, and then follow up and convert on the elims. They're already on to 5. As we see them push their way up the mid-ground tower, no problem there. Picking up Plain Bagel, also dropping down a trap, wanting to secure that to try and get the top off as soon as he can. Now he's on ultimate high. Where is his partner? Looks like he's all the way back down the logo.
Oh, he blocked him! He blocked the jump pad! Oh, but John gets, he uses that rift to go right at the nick of time. He blocked the jump pad.
He did. He blocked the jump pad with his floor, which means they bonked their head and got sent down to ultimate low. Honkadonk ends up going down. Somebody else gets rift up in the rift. As you now have Ordinary trying to 90 up a little bit, sees the player next to him. Will he opt to run out in the storm? No, just going to cover himself as Honkadonk does end up falling, does get tagged, but luckily is right after that health on Elim came through. So he's a little bit safer than he should have been. Already sitting on 5 Elims. There's only 1 duo remaining. Big Mac directly above him. Now Ordinary on ultimate high. They are on the target together.
Ordinary.
No!
He didn't even see him. They were right next to each other. He didn't even see him, but Big Mac's going to be able to pick up the elimination on that one. And now you're going to have yourself 5 players left, 4 duos remaining here.
Warrior forced off into the side of the storm. Will they be able to find that baller on ultimate low? He's still just chilling. He wants the top 3. He's like, I'm good.
Stupid baller.
he's like I don't want to do anything with this.
Baller.
But he's going to have a ton of mats to be able to protect himself, which is going to be key as you get in this situation where you just don't want to be the last one eliminated. Basically guaranteeing him at least the 7 points. Will Warrior be able to convert? Yes, he does. Big Mac goes down, so now top 3. Double trying to get out and make sure he doesn't get eliminated by the storm. Warrior with 75 effective HP. Same thing with Double, but half of his or 2/3 of his is in shield, and Warrior will find it there to put him back up to 142. 1v1, but we're awkward over the edge of the diving board with Carlucho drop down. Will Warrior be able to keep himself covered? Warrior now working over, not covering his head there. Puts out 2 brick, 140 HP to about 95. Carlucho is looking to find it. No, he's looking to actually just pop off the big shield. Doesn't get it. He does not get that off. He is sitting on 2, so he's only going to have that 91 HP as Warrior is trying to pressure him down. Hits the tree for some more mats.
They have a bunch of resources to work with as well. Sundown, he's going to go and charge right in. Warrior wants to go for this one, but Carlucho continues to play for this high ground. He's trying to hold this one off. He's looking for an opportunity so he could use the mini so he can get himself topped off, or he could use his potion, his big pot, which Carlucho's going for it. Maybe by the sound, he's hoping that he could bait him out too. Like that's a possibility, but maybe that's overanalyzing a little too much. But this is awkward territory now, and that is going to be Warrior who gets the victory royale. But Sundown, did you see the way that ended? That was like, because you're following this circle the entire time. You know, a little moment there to reset, get themselves gathered as you see the players scattered across this mountain here by the divot. And Matt's actually, that was the player that was trying to recycle that launch pad and ends up losing a bunch of HP there.
Towards these third-party situations, particularly as people are trying to head down to that supply drop, it's basically a giant balloon saying, here, come towards me. Free stuff as the players want to try and access it. They also have a decent amount of utility in their trap stops. But now let's swap on over to Slayers and Prayer, who's also sitting on really good weaponry, but not a ton of utility and not a great build situation between the 2 of them.
Yeah, with the storm right behind them, this is kind of rough. You're going to get hit for a bunch of damage here, and look at that, already down to 30 HP. Kind of panic building just to get, not necessarily, I should say panic. Maybe that's a kind of being disingenuous to the player, but wait a minute, just as I say that, he's gonna fall trap, but he ends up falling there. Unfortunately, he'll take himself out by the storm as well as Bull, so they won't get credit for that one. Smart play there, and he's navigating around. That's going to be 2 for him, and Zayden is a monster. He goes for another one. 14 eliminations for Zayden. He doesn't need to spam L2, baby. He doesn't need to. He's got another one against the real John.
And there's the 16. The storm one actually went down as well. He had downed another player, so he's sitting on 16. Only having pickup 3 already puts him on 19 points. But additionally to that, as he pushes himself closer and closer with the placement points, because he's up in the top 3, they are now on at minimum 25 points. Will they be able to get more? But VK Oreo gets picked out there. It's now Helm Gaming against Zaydid. Zaydid on that ultimate low, looking to find the space. 17 mats from Helm Gaming, both on 100-100. Zaydid wants the victory out. He wants to be able to top it off, but Helm Gaming is able to dictate this right now. Putting shots at RPG, drops him down.
He drops him down low and he goes for it. I love that play. It's going to have to force Helm to just regroup here as best he possibly can. Zaydid kind of catches him off guard there. Wonderfully done. He's going to use it again. He's going to knock him outside. Does he get it? And he does! Zaydid spams L2. No, Zaydid spams victory. That was a 17 elimination, 20 total. Control the gang all day. Things here and see where we are. So we have Aspect and Animal at the top. No surprise here to see Bizzle and Demo climbing their way up into that top 2 position there. A couple other names to notice. Cease and Elevate, you know, part of 100 Thieves now. Awesome guys. And of course, not shocking to see them. Posick as well in that 3rd place spot. You got the names Saf and Zate. I think all the duos that you'd expect to do very well in previous tournaments are showing off once again why they are so good.
And one thing I do want to note, we talked about it before, how Dinosaur, EXE, and Polarized, we expect them to slide down a little bit from the huge first place, 53 points, now down to 14, sitting on 64. So only able to pick up 11 points from there so far, but still doing pretty well. Chaotic and Nosh, Hex and Sweaty, Benji, Fishy, and Mr. Savage still in there. Knifer and Wildfire, who we've seen before. Mitro and Mongrel making their way up there, but also top to bottom, not too big of a difference. 89 down to 63, very competitive. Also, as we get into that back half, top 30 teams, you have Leo Pigon, Ronaldo, and Ziff in there as well. Dylan Ovic, FaZe, Funk Bomb, and Nate Hill. First time we've seen them in a little bit up there. Buckheaps and Lavish. Our winner Nolan and Tendons in there for forward as well. But don't forget, everyone, this is NA East. You get a 3-hour time window to queue up, or 10